Hi, it's Friday. Thanks for watching. I want to help you again with our wonderful verse this week, 2 Corinthians 5:7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. It's so important to know that we can never let what we see alter what God said or what His promises are. We have to stick with the Word, stick with the promises. I have a verse over here in 1 John 2, starting at verse 15. Jesus says, don't love the world or the things of the world. If any man loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Verse 16, he goes on and says, all that's in the world, and he lists three things: lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, the pride of life. It's not of the Father, but it's of the world. And the world passes away, and the lust of it, but those who do the will of God abide forever. Notice in verse 16 it says, the lust of the eyes. I'm telling you, one of the problems we as people have sometimes is what we see. What we see a lot of times has such an impact in our life. We see it, we want it. We see it, we're afraid of it. We see it, we believe it. What we need to be believing and letting really run our life and dictate how we think, how we act, how we do is this Word. This Word needs to take preeminence in our life. It's God's Word, and He had it written for you and me. We can stand on this Word and watch our circumstances change. You can watch the sickest person get healed when they stand on the Word. The poorest person become wealthy when they stand on the Word. The most confused, seemingly dumb person become a genius when they stand on the Word. There's nothing too hard for God. You have to understand it. Nothing too hard for Him. He's looking for what? Faith. He wants us to walk by faith and not by sight. So when we get this Word in us, we can't allow our eyes to get us off track. Here's another verse about that in Colossians 3:1. It says, if we've been risen with Christ, we need to seek those things that are above and stop just looking at what's here on this earth. There's two systems we're operating in, and we got to make sure we're really only operating in the one. We're in this world, but Jesus said we're not of the world. In the same way, we're in this world, but our vision cannot be just what we see with these eyes. We need to make sure we're sticking with what the Word says. And we have to let that Word in us develop and grow, and then we walk by faith. And remember, faith is an action. When you walk by faith, you're speaking what God says about you. You're acting on it. You're treating it as it's so, whether you see it or not, because that's how faith works. Don't worry about how things look around you. Stick with God's Word. You are a winner, you're victorious, and God's in you.